Hi, I have error code E06 on my neff washer/dryer, v5340x0gb/06. I have drained the black hose at the front and taken the cap off on left pump cover. The pump cover was really hard to take off and I mangled the plastic housing that was sitting behind it, so all I have now is a plastic cap. The green pump turns with a little resitance. This first happened several weeks ago and the washing machine has worked intermittently, occasionally with a grinding noise coming from it, but has a number of times come up with the E06 code, meaning that I have to go through draining process, etc. Would really appreciate your thoughts. Many thanks, John.
Hi, E06 is a draining error code. If the filter is clear, then you need to check the drain hose and where it drains out to. If it goes under a sink, then check the spigot it goes to isn't blocked. If that's all clear and the filter is, then check the sump hose. This is the hose which goes from the tub to the pump. If this is clear and all the other hoses are and it's still not draining and showing E06, then it's more than likely the pump itself at fault here. As these can fail on these washers and they can play up, so 1 minute it works and then the next it doesn't. In this case, the pump itself needs to be replaced. So check that out and see what you find. If you need any more info, just get back to me. Regards.
Hi, thanks. Sorry, which one is the spigot and how do I check that it isn't blocked? How do I get to the sump hose? Does that involve taking the machine out? It's a fitted one? Want to send you a photo of underside of sink so you can tell me from the photo, but can't seem to attach a photo. Many thanks, John.
Hi, the spigot is the part which the drain hose pushes onto. Pull the hose off and then you can just unscrew the spigot from the sink unit. And as to the sump hose, I'm afraid yes, the washer needs to be pulled out and tipped backwards to access the sump hose, as it's under the tub itself. Regards.
Okay, we'll leave the sump. Don't fancy my chances of getting the thing in and out. Got spigot off, pipe back to washing machine is pretty layered with gunk. How do I clean it out? Also, would the fact that I broke the filter when I pulled the plastic cap off have any bearing? Thanks.
Hi, if the filter cap is broken, then it may leak. If it does, then the pump will need to be replaced. But if it doesn't leak but the filter inside the cap has broken off, then again it will need to be replaced, as it won't stop a blockage getting into the pump itself. But if you make sure Terry's nothing in pockets like coins, then you should be fine. As to the hose, you can only clear the top part of it, as Terry's no access to the rest unless you take it out and pour boiling water through it. But this involves pulling washer out and stripping it down. Regards.
Okay. The filter doesn't really leak. It's quite lime-scaled though. One last question: the machine at times, not always, makes a real grinding noise. What would that be?
Hi, is the noise when it's spinning fast? If you turn the drum by hand, can you hear a noise? Regards.
I think it's when it is spinning fast and when it is slowing down, but now can't recall. I think it's when it makes a whir noise as opposed to spinning. I would need to check, but it doesn't happen every wash. The drum makes only a slightest rattle when moved by hand.
Hi, okay, I think it could be a fault on the pump. As if it was the drum, it will do it all the time. Whereas a pump this can play up, and this could be why it's showing the E06 error code as well. Regards.
Okay, thanks, best get someone round to fix that then, don't think I will be able to.
Hi, no worries, fingers crossed they should sort it out. Regards.
Many thanks. Shame I can't fix it. How much do you think it will cost?
Hi, if it's a pump then roughly I think you are looking at about £100 to £120 mark fitted. Regards.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.